Hey everyone, welcome to Pop XP. And before the show starts, make sure to click that subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload awesome new content. And don't forget, if you can, make sure to share our stream on all your social media outlets. We appreciate it, and thanks for helping us grow the Pop XP channel. Yo, what is going on, Mr. Tucci?
Dude, I'm digging the new Pop XP logo, bro.
You're digging the new Pop XP logo?
Don't
you like that
Pop
shit?
XP logo. I love it, man. I love the
it.
saying. I love it. I'm sorry, not the Pop XP, the crowdfunding comics. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I was about to bite into that and be like, yeah, so
I prefer crowdfunding comics to Pop XP. Is that wrong? Is that
I
bad?
prefer it too. That's why everything we do on the channel is crowdfunding comics.
I know, like we
it's like the
talking about stuff I don't care about, and then we did the one Pop X. Oh, let's talk about the Wonder Woman movie, and then we get struck for 3 months.
Yeah, that was a good time though. We really got to discover who we are,
Stupid shit.
physically and emotionally. Oh yes, I wouldn't mind if it happened again. So what's up, man? What's going on? It's the first stream of the week.
First stream of the week, bro. First stream. I don't know, man. I streamed yesterday and the day before, so today's Tuesday, right?
Stream.
So
it's my first
second. Today's Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Yes, I streamed twice on Ethan's show yesterday. That's right. We streamed.
Oh damn, you're stream whoring it, dude.
Stream whore. Stream whore.
Yeah, you are, man. So your campaign's shut down now, right? We're done.
We closed it, man. Yeah, we're all done. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Where'd you go? Oh,
right here.
PCs,
What'd you hit on your computer? God damn it. Come on, man. Get with the fucking program.
Nah, man, the PCs, man, messed me up. Nah, man, everything's all good. But prepping, I did a little tiny quick rough today, and I think I'm liking this for a cover, Scala.
Let's see it.
For what's it called? You know, it's like sexy banging the hips and.
Oh damn!
You know,
it's like she's looking down at me, like lick my shoe.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll lick that shoe.
And then I'm playing with another one here with a. Well, this is how it started. It started like that.
Okay.
Right. I'm like,
I see it.
Go even lower, man.
Yeah, go lower.
So I would lower, and then I came up with this, but because I was too lazy to go get. Oh man.
Come on. What the fuck? What is going on, dude? Come on. Did you take your Adderall?
I gotta clean my studio, bro. So then I went from that. To like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So like that. So let me see if I can start working on that. I got a commission I have to do from somebody in San Diego.
Nice.
I'm gonna do that this week. Finish them up. It's She as Michonne from The Walking Dead. I don't know if you're familiar with The Walking Dead.
That's that thing about shiny vampires, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Whoa, I'm big. Scare me.
I know. I'm just focusing on you. I blow you up and then I get lost in those eyes, And
yeah, dude. What do you think of my beard, bro? We're on showed up with a bunch of dudes who can grow beards. Look at my beard. I haven't shaved since like Friday.
Nice.
I think. Look.
Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, look at that. It's coming in.
Nice, right?
You're getting there.
I think that was Thursday.
I think Adam's apple's popping out too. You're getting there, man. You're getting there.
I'm getting there someday.
Damn, but we got a great show tonight, man.
We got two super talented.
Hell
man.
Yeah. We got a returning guest, a first-time guest, two really great books. Actually, I just noticed that they're just a day apart on launch on their campaigns. It's kind of cool seeing these two campaigns. They're doing very well, both of them. Would you like to introduce our guest, Billy?
All right, why don't you do that?
No, I asked if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not? Our first guest, he's a burly man, badass, from down San Diego way. He does not like to wear red silk underwear. But, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Mr. Gabe Eltaeb.
Hello. Hello. No, I don't like to wear red silk underwear. I love to wear red silk underwear.
Oh, okay. How funny.
You were very accurate, Billy. Thank you.
Dude, how great are those Kings intros, man?
Shanth is so good at that. That's the great Shanth and Jetty doing that stuff.
Genius. The one with Mike Barron. I don't know if you saw that one, Scal.
Oh, I love that one. That's
I didn't see that one.
I'll snap your neck.
That's from is that from the Burbs with what's his name, Tom Hanks and all that?
Oh, is that what that's from? I don't know.
That's what they told me.
I'll have to watch that. We'll have to watch.
You'll have to watch it, Scal. But before you do that, why don't you introduce our next guest?
Yes, we got this creator's got an awesome book out. The art's insane. Everyone, please welcome for the first time on the show.
Is he? No.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
You weren't on our show before? You were never on the Crowdfunding Comics?
No, but we talked about maybe doing it, and it never lined up, and then I'm just glad to be doing it now. Yeah.
Well,
So
thanks
thank
for
you.
joining us, pal. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah.
These guys are awesome.
Hail Gabe and Narwhal from Shadowhawks back.
Hey, Shadow, what's up?
What's up, Andrew? Welcome. JP's in the house. Patrick, what's up?
Hey, did
Donut
you see my post today, guys, about that? I thank the Image guys, for 30th anniversary, and I'm thinking about I talked to you, Scal, about this, doing some homage covers. I love those Image books. I love those first issues. I got them all, and
Right.
but I spelled Eric Larson's name wrong.
Did he call you out on it? He's like,
no,
that
he
goddamn
didn't. Somebody
fucking
else
Tucci.
did. Somebody else did. I'm like, damn it.
It's all right.
So, sorry, I apologize to him though.
He's Larson, right? Not Larson.
No, I spelled Eric wrong, and I'm reading a book. I'm reading Devil in the White City by the I'm reading Devil in the White City by the other Eric Larson, and I think that's what got me all confused. Scala.
I've heard about that book. I heard that book's good. Devil in the White
City.
It
is so good. It is so good. It's like I'm halfway through it, and I'm reading it really fast, and I don't want it to end. You ever have a book like that? Like you just really dig it, and like, oh man, this book's gonna be over soon.
Right.
Yeah, it's depressing.
Incredible book. I got it on Amazon. It came out, I think, 2010.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw that Keanu Reeves signed up for the movie, and DiCaprio's producing it. And cool. I don't know if he's going to star in it too.
So Nile pisses off Liefeld, and Billy pisses off Larson.
I hope I didn't piss him off.
What are you going to do?
Because I'm like, why can't I tag Eric Larson in this? I'm like, oh well, maybe he blocked me.
Did Rob leave the tag? I noticed he takes himself out of tagged posts.
He responded, Rob. He responded, and I could share it. I guess I could find my Twitter. No, he said, he at Billy Tucci'd me and stuff.
Oh, on Twitter. On Twitter, he replied.
On the Twitter and
on
Facebook, he did.
And Facebook. That's some bitch.
Yeah, and I think he kept a tag on it, and I was like, I got to be honest with you, I know some people don't like some of their artwork and stuff like that, but man, if it wasn't for those guys doing what they did with the balls they had, I wouldn't have done what I want. Did my own book and say, you know what, I'm going to own all this. I want to self-publish. I want to do what these guys are doing. I can do this, and thank God I did that, so I didn't end up slaving away for Marvel or DC for 27 years.
Yeah, not like some people, Yeah,
I mean, those were great gigs. Come on, they were great gigs. Guys made a lot of money. So when I worked for them, I made good money. But but now I have, we're planning 6 omnibuses.
It's amazing.
I have 70 issues of She or something like that I published. So,
I'm waiting for mine.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Billy, what's the next big crowdfund for She? Is it for She?
Yeah, I know we're not supposed to talk about me. We launched this month She Sakura, which is the sequel to She Haikyo, and that these are gonna be quick campaigns. I'm almost done with that book, so we launched that in mid-March. I think the 16th or something like that. I got to check and see where other people are launching. I don't want to, conflict with anybody else. And that launches, and then that's March, and then in May. End of May, we launch Zombie Sama, and then in August, we launch the She Return of the Warrior omnibus. Cool. I want to do a newer omnibus edition, like an updated one of the new story.
Yeah.
And then we do, and I'm going to be talking to you boys. We launch in November, She Gatecrasher. And I want this to destroy all monsters of independent comics. Sort of like what me and Mark Silvestri did with the She Sideblade. We had all these independent creators and stuff. So I want to talk to y'all about that.
Cool.
And maybe you guys all have a little cameo in there of your characters, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. So speaking of that, I mean, man,
let's talk about some campaigns.
Dude, the book looks fantastic. And I love Nosferatu. I think the 1923 version is one of the greatest horror films of all time. Definitely my favorite vampire film of all time. I even like the Klaus Kinski because I love Isabella Argeni. Is that how you say it? Because she's just so beautiful. I love the ending. But let's go to. I'm sorry, real quick. Backer 18. Daniel, man, we're putting out hundreds of books a week out. We got about 400 more books to go. We have almost 3,000 backers. a lot of people were multiple backers, so we're kind of going in order, and so I'm sorry for the delay, and I apologize.
You gotta make sure you get those surveys done.
Yeah, you guys got to fill out your Crowdox surveys because that's what puts everything together. I don't know if you guys use Crowdox, Narwhal or Gabe, but you guys should. They take, I think you give them like $2,000 or something like that, and then they make 5% off of every sale, because then they ask you in the survey if you want to buy extra stuff. You don't have to, but if sometimes people are like, oh, I like that print. I didn't see that print.
Do they go out and find customers?
Yeah, they make like 5% off of your existing, all the people that pledge. But then what they do is that they work with ShipStation and they put everything together. So all we have to do is print out the labels.
Okay.
It's not like the old way. You got to go through all the names, because people order multiple times too.
Right.
Yeah. So, like I do that all the time with campaigns. I'll order, maybe I'll order the first week, but then when it's closing, I'm like, oh, let me go through one more time. And then when you ship stuff out, you're like, oh, I forgot that order. But ShipStation and Crowdox, which is now part of BackerKit, they all do the donut sticks. I'm sorry, buddy. Well, you're just gonna have to wait till after all the Crowdox surveys are done, because then Debbie will have to go through each one individually, and you will get your book. But you guys, you go to unfortunately, you go to the end, because it would just slow the entire process down if we went through everybody who didn't do their surveys. So. And it just takes 2 minutes. All you gotta do is
I didn't do my survey either.
And click. It takes 30 seconds.
I didn't know what the survey was. I just deleted the email.
Yeah, so you're gonna. Sorry, man. It's just.
I was like, why are they? I said to myself, why are they asking me questions? I already told them.
It's to ask us.
He's like, I already paid for the thing. Why am I asking questions?
It's to ask us to. It helps us organize.
If you want to lock it to Billy's hair or whatnot.
All right.
Ooga. All right. So
Narwhal.
First of all, dude, that is a hot image, dude.
Oh, thanks.
I see side boob.
Yeah.
I think I posted that on Twitter like a year ago, because I've been working on this book for a while, and that image was the most liked tweet I've ever had. So people like it. The little nudity helps or whatever. Side boob, yeah. But
heck yeah. So what drove you to do this project?
It was a few years ago. I was working on Earthbound and Foreign Agent, and then I was like, I can maybe work on one more, but I don't want to write anything. And I was like, maybe I could just adapt to silent film. So I was like, well, what film? I watched a handful of them, and I was like, Nosferatu is my favorite. And then I watched the one with Klaus Kinski, and that was awesome. And I was like, maybe I could do this as a comic. And I wasn't sure at first. I was just kind of going in almost as an experiment to see if it would work. And then it seemed like it was working, so I just kept going, releasing it in the sketchbooks, bonus campaign stuff, bonus book stuff. And then now it's all compiled, so I'm releasing it as a standalone book.
Nice. Well, let's check out you have a cool campaign video, so let's check that out.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, short and sweet. I did this one in Blender. Have you guys heard of that program?
I have heard of that, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a cool 3D program. So it's kind of fun to mess around in. And you can have 2D images in the 3D space and like move towards them and stuff.
Is it free to use, or how much is it?
That one's free, and it's like open source, so it's like this big community thing. It's been around for a while, and now it kind of rivals Maya and 3D Studio Max.
Really? Oh, cool.
Yeah, I keep hearing about Blender.
What's it called?
It's called Blender.
Now you just put so do you just load up a still and then it picks it out and starts to animate it, or do you have to cut it out and clone it? Like, do you have to be a Maya dude?
Yeah, there's a fair amount of like stuff that you got to do, but it's not super crazy. But yeah, like in that one, I just drew it directly in the program. But you can also import art like with a PNG with the transparent background or whatever, that kind of stuff.
Oh, nice. Pedro says it's a great open source Blender, cool software, open source, and he does a lot of animation. He's an animator.
I'm
Oh,
downloading it literally right now.
I know. I have
nice.
to download it too. I got to mess with that. That's pretty
Yeah,
neat.
I
And
love all this stuff.
dude, your art style, I have to say, is like, it's like prime for this. Like, it's so fucking haunting. Like, you like
Yeah.
nailed it. Like, I was
Yeah.
telling
Thank you.
Billy, I was like, dude, this is like crazy. Like, I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at. Like, the way your line work is and everything, especially like Nosferatu and all that. Like, if you've actually watched those silent films and whatnot, you definitely nailed it.
Thank you.
There's that uneasy feeling of it. And
Yeah, I call it like,
capture it here.
it's like soothing horror because it's not
Yeah.
like actually scary, but it's horror. And people who like horror, it's almost like cozy, and we like it. And the other thing I'll say is the German film has this thing called like German expressionism. And I think a lot of that comes through with Nosferatu. And it reminds me, it's a little bit how the Muppets work. So with the Muppets, the joke is like, part of the joke is they look like puppets, but then humans treat them like humans. Like they don't actually see them as puppets.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like Nosferatu. Like people, they treat him like he's a human, but we see him as a monster. And it's not clear, if that's like a metaphor or who sees what. And that's kind of part of the fun of the book too. And it translates well in the comic.
Mm-hmm.
Is he Count Orlok in this, or is he Count Dracula?
Yeah, Count Orlok.
Nice. Did you see Shadow of the Vampire?
Yeah, I've seen that one now, and that's awesome.
Yeah. Have you seen that movie, Gabe or Nile?
Is that the one with Willem Dafoe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I saw the previews and all that. I never checked it out though. No, it looked really intense and crazy. So
Yeah.
I'll have to
love
check
the
it
premise
out.
of it.
So
Narwhal, what gave you now? Again, as Niall was talking about your art, and how just how unique it is, and it's not like anything out there. What was the inspiration for Count Orlok for you? The way you drew him, because he doesn't look like Klaus Kinski. I mean, you could see he's got the basic features, but he just looks, he's huge looking, and and just what's inspiration.
Good question. I think that I did a lot of iterations on that design, and that was part of the fun. And that was kind of the main thing maybe that I brought to it, because I translated the movie almost directly. There's not really that much extra that I put in, but then like one of my stamps on it is kind of doing my version of how I'd like the vampire to look, and knowing that I'm thinking of that German expressionist thing where I'm free to make him even more monsterish if I want. And so I kind of went in that direction.
Yeah, I noticed that too, and I like that you did that, because if most people depict it very traditional to the movie, where yours actually, it's like it's a humanoid, right? A humanoid being, but you can tell there's something much darker and different to him. He almost has like a bat look to it, which I like. Obviously he's a vampire. It's definitely, again, man, I love your art style. It is, like Billy said, it's very unique. I'll be honest, I'm surprised there's not people banging down your door for your art style.
Yeah, well, it's nice because I have like almost like the patent on it, like it's the Narwhal style. So
yeah,
and there was an era, it was actually a few years ago where it was maybe even more fresh than it is now, and I did have a lot of people asking for commissions, but I got so busy that I kind of quit doing them. But yeah.
Now, as an artist, is this a style that came natural, or is this something you're like, I like drawing this way? Is this your natural drawing, or is it something you kind of developed?
Yeah, good question. My style started first. What's on screen right now is not me, just so you guys know. That's Fresher Luke, and he has a live campaign called Forsaken Gods 2, and he's a great artist with the animation style. I had him do a pinup for me. But and there's a whole gallery of guest artists in this book at the end. That's
great design too.
Yeah, that's a few of what these are, is like the guest artists and stuff. But sorry. So I was just gonna say, so when I'm 35 now, when I was 30, I got one comic job kind of sort of in the mainstream, and it was this job where they called me. It was a journalist who had a connection with a guy who had written a journal. He'd served 2 tours as a medic in Afghanistan. He'd written a journal. They're going to convert that to a graphic novel. They had an artist, but it fell through. So he met me at a comic convention. He emailed me 2 weeks later, and he's like, could you draw 120 pages and color it and letter it in 1 year? And I was like, yes, but I didn't know. And so then I was like scrambling, figuring that out. And part of that was actually like the style by necessity of me being like, okay, I want to do this as efficient as possible. So, and I love a lot of it's my influences too. Like I love animation. I love European comics. So with that in mind, I was like, all right, I think my inks are just going to like hold the colors, and I'm going to do all the rendering in the color phase because that will save time. So I started doing that, and that's basically kind of what eventually led to my style, was this like shortcut basically.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah, I definitely see the European influence. Cool. So let's talk about some of the guest. So you got some guest artists on the project?
Yeah, Kelsey Shannon's doing one. I haven't revealed it yet, but it actually he drew it live on launch day on Ethan's channel, and he's going to color it, I think. So that one's going to be awesome. Gabe, you're doing one too, I think, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Awesome. Now,
Nice.
is this piece? Who's this piece from?
This is my buddy Jared, and he is like kind of private and antisocial, but he's sort of CG. And I might bring him more and more into the fold and try and get him on some live streams. But I describe him as a savant. He's like really blows my mind. He's a musician too, and he did the music for the video for this campaign. And so I collaborate with him whenever possible, just because he's so weird and cool. And he and I are working on a larger project now too that'll come out in like a year or something.
Oh,
Now,
very
where'd
cool.
you meet him?
I met him in Iowa City. I lived there for a while, and to like meet people, I started walking to campus once a week and going to these clubs. And there was like a video game development club and an anime club, and he went to both those, so we kind of became friends through that.
Very cool. Because I like this piece because it reminds me a lot of like a French cartoonist style.
Yeah.
You see a lot in France with some of their some of the famous cartoonists there. This captures a lot of that type of work.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
thanks. Oh, and so this is because Clint Stoker is releasing a Dracula book this year also. He and I are doing a little crossover thing where there's a 3-page short in my comic and a 3-page short in his comic. And together they're kind of the same little series. And the series is a spoof where Dracula and Count Orlok are neighbors and they don't like each other. And they like both want to buy Jonathan Harker's house and stuff. And yeah.
That's funny.
That's pretty funny.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, thanks. And this is the hardcover cover that I painted that one, or digitally painted. And then the soft cover Alejandro Mirabel did, who he's an amazing artist.
Yeah,
so I'm
that's
super
incredible.
stoked to have him.
Long Harbor.
Yeah, from Long Harbor. He just got hired with id Software, so he's like big shot now.
Yeah.
And the bonus book is, I have some hard copies here, but this is like all last fall. I was kind of on this nonfiction kick talking about interactivity, which is kind of like a storytelling kind of thing that I'm into. And it's a big, long essay. It's like 140 pages, and it's just available too for anyone who's interested.
Nice. What interactivity? So what do you break down in this essay?
Yeah, I can give you like a quick example.
Yep.
Would be like, yeah, it's like if you picture two men watching a sports game. One of them knows the rules and the history of the sport. The other one knows nothing. They're looking at the same identical game, but they're having a different experience. And one of them is kind of experiencing the subtext of everything going on, like the ups and downs and the side stories and everything, because of the context that they're privy to. So that's kind of interactivities. You want to set up context to create subtext for your viewer. And like one other like quick example, just to drive it home, I guess, is like you could imagine like 2 young men on a boat in the middle of a storm, and one of them falls overboard. And then it's kind of this scene like, oh, he's going to save his friend. So that's like a good, decent scene, but there's not really interactivity there yet. Interactivity would be if you've previously set up that they're both in love with the same girl, and then they go on this trip, and then the one guy falls, and then the other guy's looking at him, and he's holding the buoy, and you're like, is he going to throw it or not? Like maybe this is his chance to like kill his competition or whatever. So it becomes way more psychological. All of a sudden there's all this stuff going on. Meanwhile, what you're showing on the screen is identical. You didn't change anything. So that's kind of part of the fun of it.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool.
Nice. You got your stretch goals. So,
yeah. So Kelsey Shannon. And then the big thing is kind of just when we hit these landmarks, it's going to include some making of stuff, because there is good making of content for this book, because there was a lot of kind of tests early on to see if it would work and everything like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool.
How many pages is this book?
It's the story 68 pages and then the 3-page short and a 10-page gallery. So yeah, it's like in 80 to 90. If with the making of it, it'll be like 90 pages.
Nice. And you do so everything is all you in this, all your interiors?
Yeah. On this one, I did everything. And I've been kind of saying this. So this does fit a little bit in like a unofficial trilogy with Foreign Agent and Earthbound, because it's my 3rd book. And those 3 books are like the first trilogy. And all those books are like just me. And I'm having some more books, I keep working, but the next few books are going to be like collaborations. So this is like the last of the Narwhal pure early work kind of thing.
Oh, nice. All right, we got a really weird troll in here. Let me take care of that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, do you?
What's that? Yeah, I have no clue what that is. Let's get them out of here. That's the first time. That was cool. All right. Yeah, man, this looks great. So everyone, if you can, hey, check out Nosferatu by Narwhal on Indiegogo. Also, share it on all your social media, your Twitter, your Instagram, Facebook, whatever you're using. Even if you're a fellow streamer and you want a good guest to chat and talk, reach out to Narwhal. I don't know. How can people keep track of what you're doing, get a hold of you? Where can you be found?
Yeah, I'm active on Twitter and YouTube, and I'm Narwhal Books on both of them. If you search that, I'll pop up.
Nice.
Yeah. I got 2 new backers while we've been talking, so thanks a lot, guys. That's
awesome. Cool.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, both of you guys, tremendous, just tremendous.
Hey, Narwhal, while I have you here, are we still good for Thursday sometime?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just want to say I love Comicsgate, and there's like a feeling that I have of like, as kind of like younger-ish, up-and-comer-ish guy. It's like I crave connection to like older heroes, and you guys like do that. I love, Billy, that you're like are part of the community and hang out. And like before, when I was trying to break in, that was so hard to come by, and I get so kind of bitter, but I feel so good now. I'm so happy that I'm in Comicsgate, and whatever.
It shows.
Yeah, no, it's a great community, and again, I love it. I love the whole indie community, to be honest with you, because that's how I broke in, doing what we're doing now, and all crowdfunding. You go to Kickstarter. This is what I did going in, because I tried to get work and I didn't know anybody. I got one bite from DC who wanted me to draw like Jim Lee. Can you draw like Jim Lee?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. And even if I could draw like Jim Lee, I didn't want to. I wanted to draw like me. And then I met, Brian Polito, at San Diego. It was 1993. I was just, in my 20s, and I wanted to finally do this and make comic books. But I got turned down by every major and minor publisher except for, the one DC editor and that wasn't even like, oh yeah, you got a job. It was like, hey, do you want to, can you, it was a bite, I guess, if you will. And I met Brian Polito, and his enthusiasm and his no fucks given, that he's going to do his own books, and he wants to work with other like-minded outlaw creators. And that's how we consider ourselves, outlaws back then. It was like me, Jeff Smith, Brian Polito. You had Terry Moore, and we consider ourselves outlaws. We didn't care. We wanted to make the books we wanted, but I guess we just clicked on something, and we gave the mainstream a huge run for their money.
Yeah.
We had a great time doing it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
that worked out for you guys too.
As Nile and I say, it's a new golden age for creators. It really is. It's a new golden age for creator-owned comics. It's also a new nightmare age for all the garbage that's going on in the industry with all this SJW crap, or attacking pros, or saying shit about pros unprovoked, and just throwing statements out there and things like that. It's not fun. It's unprofessional. Nobody likes it. Nobody appreciates it. And in the end, it doesn't work out for those people that actually make those statements the way they thought it was going to. And that's why that's why Nile and I were coming on 500 shows, and we just want to have positivity and cool creators. We want to deal with outlaws like you guys, and rock and roll and make art, make beautiful art, or at least to us, to
the people that matter. That's what
I
it
agree.
is, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather sell to 5,000 fans, you know what I mean, that love the craft than to sell to 10,000 who may be just buying it, because they think it's gonna be worth money someday or something, or they want
Yeah.
to, not
Right.
lasting fans. And fortunately for me, and of course, with CG and all that, we found this great core group of passionate fans that if they like your books, they buy them. If they don't like it, they don't.
It's a totally different experience now.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
what's being done in this community of creators and fans is not being done really anywhere else. Because the mainstream guys aren't doing it. They're not going on all their channels and having these really hangouts, right? So we're all doing these streams where the fans can interact. They can ask questions. If they really want to get their question answered, they'll throw a super chat. But they're here to hang out. They're here to become part of the creative team. They're part of the process. So when they're a fan of your stuff, Narwhal, and you're going on streams and doing stuff, you're interacting with your fans. The same with Gabe and stuff, or Ethan when they're going on. Whatever people can call it what they want, but hell, you're giving their fans an experience that mainstream's not doing that. Even some of the other side of indie, a lot of these Kickstarter creators, they're not building that online presence, and that's really the future. And that's why this, to me, what's going on is the golden age of independent creating, because we're taking many different aspects, the outreach that we have. We're like octopuses, right? We've got arms going everywhere and just bringing our fans in. You want to do this? Cool. Come with me here. You want to do that? Cool. Come with me here. It's so personal now. It's something they've never had.
And they hold
before.
you accountable too. The fans
They
hold you
do.
accountable.
I love it.
And you hear them bitching if the books are late, man, they let us know.
Oh, yeah.
Time,
Oh,
man.
I do feel like it's a golden age, like akin to the horse and buggy. Like the farmers are like, nah, I'm keeping my horses and my oxen. The other farmers are like, I'm getting my steam powered stuff to till the field. You're gonna get left behind if you don't cultivate social media. If you don't know how to be kind and nice and listen to your fans and to be friends with them, you're gonna get left behind. So I think this is what a great opportunity to be on the ground floor, basically, of when this is starting to establish strong personal relationship with the fans. It's really fun to see these names over and over on all the different shows that I do, and then the ones I go on. I see certain names over and over, and it's like, wow, these people really admire what we're doing, and it's very rewarding.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, Narwhal.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah. And for me, I've had a little journey myself where like I was so nervous at first and I'm not anymore. And that's been fun and able to connect with the fans more and more. And it just grows on either end and you just build this connection. So yeah.
Like
cool.
even like Robert Fragga or Dan Fragga's brother said, he sent me an email that he got he bought a metal edition and he got number 23. And he's like, that's the number I wanted. How did you know? And I asked Debbie, and Debbie's like, well, because he requested number 23 for the last campaign. So every metal edition he buys, he gets number 23.
Cool.
And we're like, yeah, Debbie, that's what you requested last time. So we figured you'd wanted that for this time.
Right.
And, but that's also, again, it's, and we were like that back in the day, and you do get a lot of creators, and like you see how personal people are. Look at Ethan, how personal he is. With the fans interacting. I mean, man, it's rough on sometimes on his show. They're just calling him fat and tagging, screaming him. It's funny, man. But that's how we approached it, us indie guys, because we had to be approachable to the fans, because these people have changed our lives. We don't have the big corporate machine behind us. We don't have an X book, book under our name. We're not doing Batman. You're out there with your own creator, throwing everything you have, giving it out to the fans. And dude, there's nothing like it. And you guys have two extremely successful campaigns right now. And how rewarding is it that people are buying something you created? Gabe, they're buying your shit, man.
It's blowing my mind.
I just love this. I do. I'm so happy for all you guys and gals that are doing it. And it pumps me up, man.
Too, for me in the early days, I did some crowdfunding kind of before Comicsgate, and I'd be like telling everyone I know, friends, family, they don't even like comic books, and I'd feel kind of like hat in hand, like pathetic and shameful that I'm even asking them to back it. And then I'd squeak across like a $2,000 goal or something and barely make it. And now that I don't tell any of my friends and family, I don't tell them when I launch a book, because they'll find out if they want to. And that freedom, it's like I'm a real comic creator.
You are.
You
I'll
are.
tell you this: when you were making $2,000 or whatever, and so that's badass. That's what you got to do to get anywhere.
Mhm.
When I was doing comics in college, I did like a Garfield style strip. I won awards for it. They paid me $10 a strip, so I made
Yeah.
$30 a week doing that in college. And that's the path for all. I'm sure, Billy, you made nothing on your first books, and Nile, I'm not exactly sure what you do. I'm sorry to say that, but we
I don't
all
do anything.
start. Well, I know you do YouTube, but I don't know if you do comics, and I never asked, so now I feel dumb
Now's a
about that.
trust
No.
fund baby.
I'm a trust fund baby. This is all just
Oh,
Just
well,
hand
can
it
I
to me.
interest you in buying 10,000 copies of Truth, Justice, and American Way?
I'll take 30,000.
30,000.
I'll be having a bonfire. No, I'm joking.
30,000. Oh, dude.
No,
See,
my
when you're
first
a
book will
trust
be
fund baby,
launching
you
this
can
year.
afford to do that. But then again, that's pretty cool. If you buy 30,000 books and they burn them, then they're like, these are very rare books.
There you
That's
go.
it.
There you
That's
go.
it.
Just keep one.
So, all right, Gabe, dude,
All right.
talk to us about Truth, Justice, and the American Way.
Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. This book. This is the book that you're waiting for, and you guys already know this book. You've been reading this book for years. David Williams came to me with this amazing idea about getting back the superheroes that we're all missing from the mainstream. And I don't want to dump on the mainstream too much. We've been over that road back and forth a million times. But if you want action and adventure and heroes that just thrill you and just put a huge smile on your face, that's what we're doing here. If you those are all truncated, those images there, but if you scroll down, you can see David's glorious covers. We got an interior page there. We got some people that might be mean guys, or they could be nice guys just standing in front of lightning. I don't know. But yeah, we've got 3 different covers. It's the same story. It's not 3 different books. But we have a cover for Truth, we have a cover for Justice, and we have a cover for American Way. Those are the names of our heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And their world is shattered. Their hearts are broken, and they have to find a way back from that. And that's what our book is about. It's about no matter how hard your heart is broken, how much despair there is, how much chaos happens in your life, if you stick together, you stick to your principles, you stick to your traditions, and you stick to your family. This team is a family. You're going to make it back. You're going to be all right. And I think in the world today, that's a huge message that people need to hear. And it's just stunningly illustrated by David Williams. He got hired at DC when he was 17 years old. He's in his mid-50s now. He was literally going to high school class and working for DC at the same time.
Yeah.
Our inker wrote the book, the Dark Horse inking book, Gary Martin. He's been an inker for 40-something years. And me, I'm the puppy at 43 years old, about 20 years of experience. So together we're like 90 years experience on this. And you're gonna love this book. This is exactly gonna fill that vacuum that you guys are looking for superhero rock'em sock'em action. All David Williams does, he sends me private messages on Instagram of Jack Kirby double page spreads because I'm the main writer. I mean, David came up with the concept and we're co-writing the story, but I'm writing the script and the dialogue basically. And David just keeps sending me Kirby things like this. So when you open this book, I want you to duck. You know what I mean? That's what's happening here. This is like I don't know, just pure action, pure entertainment, and the stuff that we fell in love with. I think Dave and I, we talk on the phone all the time. This is our love letter to comic books. This is everything we loved when we were 12, 13, 14. And I was, how old was I? I was 13 when Image Comics started. And like Billy said, those covers, the Wildcats Jim Lee cover, the Spawn cover, the Savage Dragon cover, we're doing that, man. We are just blowing the roof off with this thing. So I am so excited, so proud to do this, and so appreciative of everyone in Comicsgate, the fans and the pros, to hold me up when I had to sacrifice my mainstream career. I was comfy, guys. I made a lot of money doing that. And I could have stayed there another 20 years and then been a bitter old man, ashamed of myself that I helped them destroy American myths and legend. But I just think of my World War II veteran grandfather. I think my dad, a legal Libyan immigrant. And I'm like, I can't break the chain. I can't be the guy to spit on all that. So I wear this. It's a Superman American flag shirt. I found it at a truck stop in Texas.
Heck yes, dude.
Nice.
Yeah. So if DC Comics wants to fumble the ball, David Williams told me this. If they want to fumble the ball, we're picking that thing up. We're running a touchdown the other way. You don't like the American way. Well, I love it enough for all of us. So you don't have to like it, DC. I love it enough for all of us. The American way. My dad told me what it was like over there. So, it's really a hard place to live. So absolutely love it. But we're not preaching in this book. We're not, left-wing people. No, we're not doing that because that's what they're doing from their side. We're fun, things everyone can agree on, politics, orientation, legal immigrant status, whatever you are, I don't care. We just want to have fun. So there it is. Was that enough energy, guys?
That's
Buy
great
this book.
energy.
Yeah.
You will freaking love it. You know,
Who are
best-
they? Who are they battling in this book? Who
Those
are the
might be
villains?
friends. I don't know. Just there's dramatic light. They could be good guys. I don't know.
yeah.
Listen, here's what I want. You're a good guy now. Stand in front of a red light and let the lightning strike behind you, and you too will look like a bad guy. So,
That's true.
so you'll never know. I'm gonna roll things out a little slow, a little more hints there, a little more art coming here. But you know, one time I was in life drawing class in college, and I had this amazing instructor, Seeger Hartners. He was a famous artist in the Netherlands. He joined the U.S. Army to get a citizenship over here. Amazing life drawing instructor. And I was going real fast one day, and he comes up right in my ear. I could feel his breath. He's like, slow like a lover.
And then he invited you to lunch.
Right. No, he was a good dude. And I love the guy. He retired like 3 years ago. But that's how I'm rolling out the details on this with Dave. He convinced me, yeah, just slow, just seduce him, just be slow. But if you know Dave's work, he worked on Ben 10 as a character designer. He worked on the Superman, Batman stuff as a designer and animator. He worked in comics a ton, but I think he took the more secure job in product development and animation. So some guys in comics don't know Dave, but you should. But he worked on a lot of stuff where they don't put their name on it. You know, you watch Ben 10, you're not going to see Dave Williams' name at the bottom of the screen while the cartoon's going. But he's an absolute master, and he's a taskmaster. Man, he gets on me and beats me up about things, but he's right. He knows what he's talking about in art, so I just love it.
Yeah, I was pumped when I saw his name on that.
Right. So,
yeah. You know what that reminds me of too is like if you think of like someone who worked at DC when they're 17 and they're just this like awesome pro for years, it's so endearing that he's the one who's like he feels this emotion to the phrase truth, justice, and the American way. And when they take it out, he knows it's like bullshit and he's doing something about it. So and you're doing it with him. I think it's like, it's just endearing. And it's like speaks to both your characters that you feel that way about it.
Yeah. Well, they all know it's bullshit. They're just
I couldn't be a part of it. I refuse.
Yeah.
You know, I text Jim Lee. He's my friend. I would still consider him a friend. Maybe he hates me. But I told him we can't do this. I told him Korea didn't give you what you have, Jim. America did. Korea did. Libya didn't give me the shit I have. America did. Come on, this isn't right at all. You know, and we talked privately. I won't say what he said, but you know, it's so upsetting.
Well,
to me
don't tell us. Tell the audience what he said.
I can't betray that. It's a private text.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a question for me directly in the chat. Heroin Burr says,
Heroin Burr.
Heroin Burr, whatever. Sorry, I can't say your name correctly. What ethnicity is Truth in the book? Just curious, or is there no indication? Fine either way. She is gorgeous. She is half Ethiopian, half Greek, based on a person David Williams met when he was a young man, like in middle school and elementary school, that really influenced him, inspired him, had an impact on him. So just her ethnicity
I
is
know
based,
them Greek girls. Yeah. I know
yeah.
them.
So she's Amara Rudolph, former Olympian, realized she had superhuman powers and quit being an Olympian because it was totally unfair. She's dedicated to fighting for the truth. She also has a mind power where she could suss the truth out of anyone that is pretty terrifying. And we have our other character, Justice. He's unnamed. Is he Army, Special Forces, CIA? What is he? He's dedicated to justice at all costs. And then we have Joseph Ellis. Yes, the name is intentional. He's the American way. He comes from a long line of blue-collar steelworkers in Pennsylvania, and he fell into a supercharged vat of American steel, cursing him with an entirely American steel body for the rest of his life. But he has a heroic attitude about it. He dedicates himself to, doing good and saving people and fighting injustice. So that is, they are the honor guardians of America, and they are the stars of truth, justice, American way. I couldn't be more excited about this. And I want this stuff. This is the burgeoning superhero universe. Dave and I say, oh no, this is not one book. We want at least 3 volumes and then other ancillary books on the side. I could just imagine Justice written by Chuck Dixon, right?
Yeah, dude.
That'd be incredible.
Oh yeah.
I had Chuck on my show this morning.
Shit out of that.
Yeah, me and Chuck have become good friends, and Chuck's all, well, I don't know anything about justice. I told him, you know everything about justice.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and one thing I love about that character, Justice, Dave came up with this little thing. On his Glock, it says Easy Way etched in it, and on his Billy Club, it says Hard Way.
Oh, nice.
So that'll come up. So absolutely, Truth, Justice, American Way. I couldn't be more excited. There was a saying I saw at the beginning of the Denzel Washington movie, The Equalizer. And it was attributed to Mark Twain. I don't know if that's real or not, but it said there are two important days in people's lives: the day they were born and the day they find out why. And I think this is part of my why. I needed to stand up and say something, even if it cost me a career that I wanted to do since I was a little boy. I wanted to work on Superman and Batman, and they wanted to start doing weird, evil stuff. And I just had to, it was very sad for me to have to walk away from that. But, I think that's my why, that I have to use art to lift people up. When I did that and that story went viral around the world, so many people call me hero, this, that, and the other. And that feels weird to be called that. But if I can be that for them, even if I don't think I'm that, that's an honor. You know what I mean? If you could influence someone with your story in your life, your testimony, that maybe they won't give up on this or they won't give up on that, or, they won't quit their job or they won't drop out of school or whatever, or they figure out how to lose the weight. I think if I can stand up to these people, then I can really inspire people. And I pray for that all the time, that God will help me make something beautiful with this.
Cool.
I have a question for you, Gabe, because it's been a while since, everything went down for you and whatnot.
Went up for me.
Or, well, yeah. The story, I mean, when everything broke and whatnot. But quick question, because we keep hearing more stories of things going down for, DC and stuff like that. Not so much really with like Marvel, right? But do you, and you don't have to say names though, but are other pros, kind of reaching out like, hey, things are getting worse, should I do what you're doing?
Well, I'll keep it this way. I don't want to laugh at people when it goes bad, even if they're my enemy or they've wronged me. I pray for your enemies. That's what the Bible says. But I feel about the news about DC that just keeps coming like a drumbeat of bad news. It makes me angry and sad at that situation. And I have to control the anger, but it makes me mad at the leadership there, because my background is I'm 6'4", like 290 pounds. I played a lot of football and I coached a lot of football. I always say that. And we have a saying in there. And the saying in football is you're either coaching it or you're allowing it. You know what I'm saying? So if your team's out there screwing up and you're the coach, you either told them to do that stupid stuff or you let them get away with it. So when I see the company keep doing dumb thing after dumb thing, I would question the leadership. Who's steering the ship over there? Come on. We don't have the right to destroy these things. We didn't build them. This is our cultural patrimony. People suffered. The people that started this, like I met Jerry Robinson pushing his wheelchair at San Diego Comic-Con. He created the Joker and I think co-created Robin. He was a little old man when I met him right before he died. And I got down to his face because I have a soft spot for little old man because my grandpa was one, the World War II veteran. And I just thanked him to his face. And I said to him, looked him right in the eyes. I said, thank you for creating this industry so people like me could walk in here and have a job. So when I see them denigrate this stuff and act like we're not standing on the shoulders of giants, it hurts me deeply because I know what my grandfather did for me. I know what my dad did for me. I revere that so much. And it really, really bothers me to see them just not take care of it because it was given to them. They have no appreciation. So that's a really long, unfocused way of saying, what do I think of what's going on over there? I don't know. It's just really sad to watch. I wish it would turn around, but I don't think it will. I don't. I think it's going to go all the way, and then maybe they'll get rid of the people there and it'll just be licensed out to other companies or something like that. I think in life, it's direction, not location.
Yeah.
You look at the direction of something over the last few months or years and you know where it's heading. If they don't change direction, it's not heading anywhere good. They say they're moving buildings to something smaller and they're going to share desks and this and that. And I would tell anyone, okay, so if I told you you're moving from a 5-bedroom to a 1-bedroom condo in the same neighborhood or the same city, things aren't getting better, right? That's not good.
Cutting costs.
Very sad. That's very sad to watch.
Yeah.
And let me say one more thing. I worked on staff at DC Comics. I was an employee of Warner Brothers for 3 years, 2008 through 10. I know those people personally. I like them a lot. Many of them are my friends. Like I broke bread with them, hung out with them, talked with them, worked in the office with them. And all the New York people, they love me and my wife at San Diego Comic-Con. The New York guys would come in, and I feel really sorry for them if they're going to lose their jobs or their benefits or whatever. It's terrible. Batman and Superman can print money. It doesn't have to be this way. Just don't do the SJW stories. They don't sell. So those people are my friends because most of them are not SJWs. Even inside of DC Comics, when I was there, it's like 5% of people are nutty SJWs. Most of them are very normal people. who are just trying to make a living. So it's sad to watch them get taken down by this stuff. Very sad.
Yeah.
It's very personal for me. I was so proud to be DC Comics.
Yeah. Do you find other pros reaching out like, hey, man, I think I need to go the route you're going, doing my own
No one has
stuff?
said that to me, but two super high profile guys reached out to me and said they were proud of me. They understand why I did what I did. And then two other guys I don't know, but they're like Eisner level big shots. They told someone else that told me that it was bullshit how DC treated me at the end there. So I know it's out there, and I know most people, even if they're left wing, right wing, whatever, they're sane, kind, normal people. It's this little margin. I don't even consider them left wing. They're just crazy, the cancel culture leftists.
Yeah.
And you know what I want to do with this book? Instead of talking about what I hate and what pisses me off, I want to talk about what I love. Show people why it's important and precious and why it should be defended and fought for. And I don't want to defeat SJWs. I want to convert them. I want them to see what we're doing, watch us making money, watch us having fun, watch us loving these fans as these fans love us back and pay us, and we deliver gorgeous stories for them. And the SJWs are going to be like, you know what? Maybe we should do that. And I'll tell you why I'm a believer and I'm hopeful. People can change because you say, oh my gosh, they're so deep and the purple hair and the 15 pronouns. No. The same people rolling around in the mud at Woodstock, they were on Wall Street as yuppies 15 years later.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Culture can change, and we can change it by making gorgeous art like Nosferatu. That's stunning, that book. You know what I mean? And gorgeous art like what I'm doing here with David, and uplifting, amazing stories that make you feel this thing right here, Truth, Justice, American Way, it's going to make you feel like it's Saturday morning. You know what I mean?
That's fantastic.
It's going to make you feel like that when you read this thing. But it's adult enough for adults not to get bored, but kids can read it too. This is like Batman the Animated Series. You know how everyone can enjoy that no matter their age?
Yeah,
that's the tone we want here. Total insane Kirby action, kids and adults. So let's win and let's defeat the SJWs by bringing them in, convert them. We can do it.
Awesome, man. And let's check out. We haven't checked out the campaign video. Let's take a look at that.
Oh, sure.
Looks awesome.
Really good.
They could be good guys. They could be good guys.
Yeah.
Everyone looks dramatic with lightning around them. Come on.
Scott, look at how eclectic our two guests are. Look at two completely different campaigns, two completely different styles, genres. I mean, awesome.
Look how well they're doing too.
Yeah, I know.
Who would have thought that conservatism would be punk rock and counterculture? Who would have thought that? Right? But all the creativity always comes from the counterculture.
Yeah, that's been a weird journey for me too. Of like, they call it getting red pilled, but like, and like some of, because I was like liberal in college, and you just realize more and more how much crap's going on, and then I still feel like I still have all the same principles of free speech and everything, but then now you're right wing or whatever, and it's like the right wing is that we're holding down the fort with making the good art, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's bizarre to watch. My daughter's a stand-up comic. She killed the other night. She had the room roaring, and it's weird to watch comedy be called right-wing, and Dave Chappelle is a fascist, and Rogan is a Nazi. It's like a clown world. It's so crazy to watch, you know. So yeah, my daughter trashed Kamala Harris on stage. Everyone laughed though, so it was good. So.
Nice.
Nice, man.
So great.
Yeah.
So great.
Well, you guys are crushing it with your campaigns for real.
Thank you. I
really,
thank God for every penny. These wonderful, wonderful fans.
And David Williams, man, I gotta say, like, again, you're right. Like, he's not like a big name, but he's done a lot in comics. He's done a crazy amount of animation stuff. I mean, he's worked on stuff that never happened. But I mean, because at certain points you're allowed to share, right? There's certain points, and he does that. when something comes up, I mean, I've seen designs for Batman shows that never came to be that he worked on.
Oh yeah.
You know, some type of like Transformer type shows and whatnot. I mean, I watch all of his stuff on Facebook when he posts it. I mean, he is an incredible talent.
Unreal. Can I share my screen and show
Yep.
some of that artwork of his huge, so people can get a good look?
Yeah,
He's-
guys,
and his-
show us whatever you guys want to pull up, please.
Yeah, his designs are so iconic, and he and I are doing Bass Reeves together. We're wrapping that up for Allegiance.
Yes,
That's what I mean. Look at that. Are you
Oh,
kidding me?
I
How
love
much
that.
fun is this stuff? And look at the justice scales on the chest. My son pointed out to me, it's like, oh, it's a skull. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even see that. But yeah, I mean, this is what an honor to work with him and Gary Martin. And I wish I had more pages to show, but we're keeping it secret for a little bit. We'll roll some stuff out. But let's see.
He's keeping secret.
Yeah, there you can see on the gun. You see what it says there? It says Easy Way. Yeah, see, it says Easy Way.
Easy way.
Yeah.
On the Glock 17. And then it
Why
says
do you give
Hard
him
Way
a
down
45?
here.
Why do you give him a good old American piece of iron?
That's right.
That's
Government
awesome.
model. Where's mine? This
I
one
like
has
how
got
it-
me.
That's a very Chuck Dixon kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Give him a government model.
Yeah.
Nice.
Careful. Don't point at the camera. Some SJW will
That's
get
right.
mad
Don't
at
play the camera. Oh, my God.
you.
It's a BB. It's an airsoft gun.
Right. But yeah, David is ridiculously good. I'm so lucky to be coloring someone like that. Even though he is a relentless taskmaster. And I do have one other thing that'll get people excited. I forgot this. Let me
Oh, yeah.
talk
Talk
this.
about that.
Truth, Justice, American Way art contest. I just posted this like an hour ago. So draw your favorite of the three heroes and then post it and tag me and Dave. He's D Wham's Art and I'm Gabe Eltaeb on Instagram because he's not on Twitter. So just do it on Instagram. And then on Tuesday, March 15th, Dave and I will pick a winner who will receive $100 cash now. I'll Venmo you or whatever. I'll give you some money now. And then a set of all three covers when the book comes out later, summer, fall, whenever we get it done. But absolutely, the art contest, I want to see people because we have beautiful fan art flooding in the last few weeks. But I wanted to maybe reward some people for some of that fan art. So yeah, Truth, Justice, American Way art contest. I'm very excited. I hope people participate. It'll be a really fun thing to do and involve the fans and get them excited about that.
Oh, very cool.
So yeah, look for me on Instagram. It's Gabe, and the last name is Beetle spelled backwards. It's Gabe Eltaeb. Everywhere on social media, that's my handle. So.
Awesome, dude. Now that you're going to be posting that little advert on all your social handles.
I posted it Facebook and Twitter and Instagram today. I guess I could put it on YouTube too. So as a community post on YouTube.
Yeah. All right, cool. We'll share that too. We'll share that. I'll find that post and we'll just share it to start trying.
Oh, yeah, I think Billy liked it already this afternoon or something, but please do, yeah. So
yeah, awesome, man. That's great.
All right. Well, I guess that's Truth, Justice, American Way.
Awesome, dude. Congrats.
Who's that guy on Billy's avatar right there? What's his name again?
Oh shit. Billy, where'd you go?
Well, right here. I dropped something. Hang on.
Pull your pants back up.
He dropped his pants.
Hang on.
He's like,
I can hear you.
Truth,
What's
Justice, American Way.
He got too excited about the American Way.
He got excited when he
hang
pulled
on.
his gun out.
No, it's not a gun. No, I'm sorry. What's up?
Who's that guy on your
on your screen when you turn your camera off? What's his name again?
Oh, Paul Lane.
He
Lind,
does the greatest Paul Lind. When I joined in October, I went on a match game or something like that on whose channel was it? I think it was Graham's channel. And he was in character as Paul Lind, and it was so funny. He was wearing some scarf of his wife. And
Billy?
Yeah, Billy.
Yeah.
He was a little good at that, a little too good.
Yeah.
That's
how he funded his first book.
Oh boy. Well, hey.
Hello.
It's tough out there sometimes.
Nice. And what do you so Narwhal, after this campaign's up, what do you have lined up? Anything else that you can talk about as far as your next campaign?
Yeah, so this one, all the art's all done. So I'm just chipping away at whatever's coming next. It's like building the railroad, the tracks while you're on the train or whatever. And it'll fulfill like May, June. But my next big crowdfund's going to be in the summer, I think August, and it's a big collection of short stories. And I have a lot of content built up. By then, I'm working on some of it now, but it'll be 200 pages, 100 color and 100 black and white in like 2 different books. So that'll just be like one big campaign, the Narwhal short stories. And like with Earthbound at the end of them is like there's shorts called The Naked Samurai. And so that's got its own little fan base. And eventually
Those are
there'll
hilarious.
be a big book about that. Yeah, thanks. And
I just
but there's
read
gonna
the
be more
first
Naked
one in
Samurai
Earthbound
shorts.
too.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. But
Narwhal, I got to tell you, looking at that, what I would explore, and I would do the costs because of just how unique it is for you to see if you can maybe take that program and with your friend who makes the music, see if you can animate that Nosferatu story because it's in the public domain. And I would submit that to film festivals as an animated film.
Crazy.
I think like your book, like mine, they should, they're like live action films. I think you, Narwhal, though, it's so extraordinarily unique. I would seriously look into crowdfunding Nosferatu as a film.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's a good idea. And I want to do that, but I don't know exactly when, but I want to dabble in some animation. And I think I would want to use Blender and have some friends that I've kind of been working with and lining up if I did try and do that. But Nosferatu is perfect for that. And that would be, like a really good idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Excellent.
Very cool.
And what about now, Gabe? Are you gonna go into the next issue of Truth, Justice, American Way?
Oh yeah, we have it planned out longer than this first story. You'll
perfect.
get a complete story in this first one, but of course, classic hero. It's gonna go on. It's gonna go on. We have a whole universe here. It's literally a whole superhero universe. And but anything we want. It doesn't just have to be superheroes, detectives, and horror. Put it all into this universe of ours, and that's what we want to do, Dave and I. If we can just stay with this for years, we will. We would love to just stay with this because it's total freedom. It's total freedom to do what we want. And we collaborate very well together. You know what I mean? We need each other artistically in a certain way. I really compliment him well, and he compliments me quite well. So can I show you one other thing that is I'm working on? It isn't mine, though, per se. It's Graham Nolan's Two-Fisted Manly Tales.
Yeah.
I just finished one page of that, but it's the same art group as my book. It's me, Gary Martin, and Dave Williams. And it was Volsung, this Viking story that Chuck Dixon is writing. So there's page one of Volsung. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, hold on.
Damn.
Let me stretch this out here. Yeah, this is page one. This is Dave Williams, Gary Martin, Chuck Dixon, and myself. And I colored that up last night.
Jeez.
But that's in Two-Fisted Manly Tales. But I have another interview I have to go to in a minute.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, we're gonna wrap now anyways.
Oh, okay, cool.
I was going to say really quick too, Billy, you told me a few months ago, you were like, submit Foreign Agent to the Eisners. So I did that. So, I mean, I don't know if they're going to ignore us because Comicsgate or whatever, but that was a good idea. And that was fun to do that process.
Yeah. Well, don't say anything.
Yeah.
Submit it. Yeah. Cause I'm thinking about submitting I'd like to submit the She Omnibus too.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Cool.
For reprint, Yeah.
I
got to do that like soon.
Nice. Well, hey, Narwhal and Gabe, thanks for coming hanging out. Your campaigns look great. Everyone that's watching this live now and is going to be watching this recorded, please head down below in the description of this episode where you'll find the links to these great campaigns. And also make sure to click that subscribe button and smash that bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload awesome new content. Guys, it was great hanging out with you. And hey, keep us in the loop on anything else you have going on. And again, you're always welcome to hang out. If you ever see any of our adverts, we got someone on you want to hang out with or whatnot, just shoot a message. And if we got the space, we'll send you the link. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So great to be here and hang out with you guys. Love it.
Yeah. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you having me on featuring this.
Yeah. No, these books look awesome, man. I'm
do.
looking forward to them.
Great
they
to
might
be
even get a Pop
kind of
XP
in parallel
review.
with you too, Gabe. I'm enjoying shadowing you.
Right.
Where you guys going now? Let everybody know.
I'm going on with the local comic store here in Southern California. They wanted me to come on for a minute. They had Fraga on recently.
Oh, cool.
And then after that, I'm going on with Cecil. I'm going on Cecil's channel, just Cecil and I at 8 p.m. So that should be a crazy time.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
All right, everyone. Have yourselves a great night, and we'll see you all in the next one.
All right. Later.
Thanks,
Bye.
boys.
See ya.
Good to see you guys.
Thank you.
See ya. Thank you. Hey, everyone. Thank you for joining us on Pop XP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at ThePopXP and over on Instagram at ThePopXP. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you soon.